All right, so we're diving into the 4-hour body today, huh?
Yeah, Tim Ferriss's kind of like self-experimentation Bible for the body, you know?
Right, yeah, he tests all these crazy things on himself, like how to gain muscle without living in the gym, how to lose fat quickly, all sorts of stuff.
And a lot of it's pretty out there, but that's what we're here to unpack.
So I guess for anyone listening who maybe hasn't had the chance to really dig into the book yet, let's hit some of the key takeaways.
Sure.
Where do we even begin?
Well, I mean, for a lot of people, the big draw is the diet stuff,
Yeah.
like how to lose fat effectively. And the 4-hour body really hits on that hard, the slow-carb diet.
Okay, yeah, that's the one everyone talks about.
Right, and the core principle is pretty simple. You cut out all white carbs, like bread, rice, pasta.
Oh, the good stuff.
Well, yeah, not so good, according to Ferriss. Potatoes, processed greens, all that's out.
So what are you eating?
It's a lot of protein, eggs, meat, fish, combined with legumes and veggies. The point is to keep your blood sugar stable, avoid those spikes from refined carbs.
Makes sense.
And it goes beyond food, too. It's don't drink your calories, so no sodas, juices, even milk. Stick to water, tea, black coffee, that kind of thing.
Sounds pretty strict. But doesn't he have that cheat day thing?
Ah, yes, the infamous cheat day. Once a week, you can eat whatever you want. And he claims it's not just to keep you from going crazy, but that it might even help with your metabolism.
So like a planned indulgence, basically.
Exactly. That's the idea. And I mean, it's kind of a fascinating approach, this balance of super strict most of the time with total freedom for one day.
Interesting. Okay, so let's switch gears a bit. What about putting on muscle?
Yeah, so the book also has a whole system for that called the Minimalist workout, and the core of it is Occam's protocol.
Okay, Occam's protocol, that sounds intense.
Well, it is intense, but in a very specific way. Instead of working out every day, you're doing fewer workouts, but they're incredibly high intensity.
Fewer, but harder. I like the sound of that.
And, you know, the focus is on compound exercises, deadlifts, bench presses, things that work lots of muscle groups at once.
So really getting the most out of your time in the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. And within those workouts, Ferriss emphasizes what he calls time under tension.
Time under tension. What's that mean?
It's about performing each repetition slowly and with control, not just when you're lifting the weight, but also when you're lowering it.
So basically making the muscles work harder for longer.
Right. The goal is to keep those muscles under tension for a longer period, which can apparently stimulate more muscle growth.
I see.
And there's also a dietary component to this, that 30 grams of protein within 30 minutes of waking up thing.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that. Is that specific to the minimalist workout, or is that just like a general Ferriss thing?
Well, he talks about it in both contexts, but yeah, it's definitely relevant here.
So the idea is that protein first thing in the morning helps jumpstart muscle growth for the rest of the day.
Right, something like that. It's about creating that environment where your body is primed for building muscle.
Okay, makes sense. So we've talked about fat loss, muscle gain, and it seems like a lot of it comes back to diet and exercise.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Right, but the 4-hour body doesn't stop there. Ferriss also explores some, well, more unusual methods.
Yeah, I remember reading about some pretty out there stuff. What are some of the hacks, as he calls them?
Well, there's cold exposure, like taking ice baths or cold showers. He suggests that might boost fat loss.
Oh, wow, I don't know about that.
Then there's specific supplement combinations he recommends. And even just doing a few air squats and wall presses before meals, he claims, can influence how your body processes glucose.
Interesting. I mean, a lot of these things sound a little unconventional, to say the least.
Definitely. But that's kind of the point, right?
Right. That this whole book is about pushing the boundaries of what we think we know about the body.
And testing things out for yourself. That's the real core principle of the 4-hour body.
Self-experimentation, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not just about blindly following what he says, or what anyone says, really.
Exactly. Ferriss stresses the importance of actually experimenting with these things on your own body and tracking your results to see what works for you.
I mean, that makes sense, right? Everyone's different.
Exactly. He wants you to become your own kind of beta scientist.
Yeah.
Using your personal metrics to figure out what works best for you.
So I guess it's not really a one-size-fits-all approach.
Not at all. And I think that's what makes the book so interesting, even if some of the specific recommendations are a little, well...
Controversial.
Yeah, let's go with controversial.
I mean, I think that's fair to say. Some of the stuff in there has definitely sparked some debate.
Yeah, for sure. But whether you agree with everything he says or not, it definitely offers a fresh perspective. This idea of taking a really personalized, data-driven approach to optimizing your health and fitness, it's kind of empowering in a way.
Yeah, I can see that.
It puts the control back in your hands. You're not just blindly following some generic advice. You're taking ownership of your own health journey through experimentation.
That's a great way to put it. So I guess the takeaway for anyone listening is if something in the 4-Hour Body sparks your curiosity, try it out. See what happens.
Right. Become your own guinea pig, collect your data, see what works for you.
Who knows? You might discover something amazing. So that's our deep dive into the 4-Hour Body.
Yeah, that's Ferriss in a nutshell, I think.
Until next time.
See you then.